John, what drew you and Yoko together in the first place?
I have no idea, It's bigger than both of us.
Yoko?
Well, that's Sam,
I can't say.
Yeah. Where did you two meet originally, and where did it all happen?
We met at one of Yoko's art shows at Indica Gallery, I went along to see it and met her. I met her a few times at different places. And then we clicked.
And you just kind of discovered that your heads were in very much the same place.
All right, guys. Welcome, welcome. Welcome one and all. Welcome back to the table. Welcome back to those who have been with me, and welcome to those who are new. Tonight, guys, I feel compelled to revisit a person who I did do a tarot reading on about a year ago and didn't get much answers. Yoko Ono. And I have a clean deck here. It's all in order, ready to go, nice and clean. That way we don't have any, I love this deck, so I love to use this deck. So before I start shuffling, tonight I want to know what the hell Yoko Ono's role with John Lennon was. Was Yoko Ono an intelligence agent? Was she a handler? Was she, the rumor is that she was a hired handler for John, and the memoir says that, that John would have gone. John would have been another LSD casualty if it weren't for Yoko intervening in his life. They got hooked on heroin instead. But I guess, it's better than LSD, because LSD really does wreck your mind after so many uses. It's something that they say you should only use rarely, even once is enough for some people. I've never done it. I've never done hardcore hallucinogens. I feel like life has enough freaky crap in it every day. I don't need to be exposed to more in my brain that's more elaborate than what. Yeah, I just don't think I could handle it. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So, cards. My favorite deck. Nice, clean. We're shuffling. I want to know what Yoko Ono's place with John Lennon was. Who was she to John Lennon? Was she actually his lover? Or was she there to control him and to manipulate him? She had hypnotists, when he went to LA on his lost weekend, with May paying for those months he was away from her. She still had to call him every day and be on the phone with him constantly, and then she had Billy come to LA and tell him to go back to her, which that's peculiar. Yoko and Billy are in cahoots with each other somehow. That's what that says to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching it a little bit, but I just find that really peculiar, why Billy would be the one to deliver the message. Anyways, and then he came back home to NYC and went straight to a hypnotist for quitting smoking. But who the hell knows what happened during those hypnotism sessions, and why did she feel the need to, take him right away to a hypnotist? it's just shady, shady stuff that I wish poor John Lennon would have had his eyes open to, you know, but it is what it is. So cards, the cards are almost hot. I can feel it. What was Yoko Ono's place with John Lennon? Who was Yoko Ono to Mr. John Lennon? Who was she? You know, was she really his lover, or was she his handler? Somebody who wanted to control him. All right. I think we're ready to go, guys. Let me just do one more little cut. One more better shuffle. All right. Let's go and check it out. First card, the World. Okay. Ooh, the Two of Wands. The Queen of Wands reversed. Ooh, and the Nine of Swords. Yikes. Whoa, what a row of cards that is. Interesting, very, very interesting. Wowzers. Okay, let's see what this next row has to say. Let's cut the deck and let's lay it down. Oh boy, guys, look who came to play. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, and then the Ace of Swords. Oh, I am never ceases to amaze me. This is crazy, you guys. This is nuts. This just confirms everything. So in looking at this spread, oh wow, this is nuts. Let's go through it. Okay, so we're going to start with the World. The World represents completion. It is the very last major arcana card, the last tarot card. And it represents the Fool's journey and the Fool's completion. And so it represents success. It represents fulfillment. It can represent a completion of some sort. So achievement, and then you go to the Two of Wands, like he's holding the world in his hands. All right, so Two of Wands is like, again, you're planning for the future. You're trying to set goals for yourself. You're trying to, there's two paths you can take, right? You have to decide where your priorities are, what's important to you, and remember who you are. Stay grounded in these decisions. So interesting with the World and achievement, because those kind of go hand in hand. When you set your goals, you've achieved your goals that you've set. The Queen of Wands, though, however, is representing somebody who has very low confidence, has no self-esteem. She's selfish. She's very impulsive when she's reversed. She can represent an older woman. And she oh, sorry about that, guys. I got interrupted by somebody knocking at the door. Ugh, it's freaked me out. Anyways, it's all good. Okay, so where were we? The Queen of Wands. Yeah, she is just somebody who's represents someone with low self-esteem. And the Nine of Swords is, again, the things that keep you up at night. You're just full of dread and anxiety. Look, there's a picture of the Five of Swords up here. It's just because you're like, it's lost. You know, you're disappointed. You've experienced loss. Loss because, and then that's in turn giving you low self-esteem. So I feel like this is like somebody who's given the world, who achieved their goals, but is now someone who is just wrecked with anxiety and disappointment in who they are because of the low self-esteem. This could be, you know, John Lennon's vibe. It's what I'm getting. Because this lower, how it correlates with the cards in the story. So again, we have the High Priestess, you guys. Welcome back to the table, Missy. So obviously in our tarot readings, in these subjects, when the High Priestess comes up, I see that as just a symbolic reference that the Masons were behind this. They were behind, you know, the achievement and the completion. They were the ones making plans. The High Priestess is somebody who deals in truth. She makes the rules. She holds tradition. She holds wisdom because of that, and she keeps order. She is the reason for this success and this achievement, right? The Masons. I could even see this as Yoko. Yoko trying to maintain order, trying to maintain this person. I don't know. I can kind of see it as Yoko too, because she is very trying to. She holds things together. It's not even trying. She does. She holds things together, and there is opportunity for wisdom and even learning some of the mysteries, the truth, the Torah. Okay, so we go into the Death card next to the High Priestess under the Planning card. This is like, yeah, obviously, change. Change of plans, setting goals. This is so something new can be reborn. Something new from the plans that you once had, you know, and she has something to do with that. So I do see this as a representation of Yoko, backed by the Masons. It's like a double whammy right there. Holy shit. Okay. And we go to Temperance, and this fits with the Queen of Wands. Just Temperance reverse, it shows a warning sign of excess, that there is an imbalance, a lack of focus. There's just overindulgence of substances, of eating, of, you know, something that's, you know, not good for you, you're indulging in, and that is causing this sort of like depression and this low confidence level, this low self-esteem and selfishness. You know, you become self-centered when you're depressed because you don't want to deal with the outside world. You're in your head trying to figure shit out, and it's very selfish. I know, you know, I'm somebody who has struggled with that in my life, and yeah, it is hard. And then you go to the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is, again, this is showing poor communication with the anxiety, with the disappointment because there's no communication. There's a block in communication. So there's too much. This is so weird. It's like order and the mysteries. This is wisdom. This is death, so something new can be reborn in a figurative sense. But overindulgence is creating this like lack of the inability to express oneself, and that kind of goes in with the lack of confidence. I don't know. Let's draw some more cards as we do, just to see what they might have to say. Because this is like showing somebody with low confidence, somebody who was overindulging, but somebody with order and a plan stepped in, but it's hard because it's hard to have that communication with that person because they're overindulging. I don't know. Let's see what we get. We get the Ace of Wands in reverse now. Another ace on the table. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Six of Swords. Okay. Those are very interesting cards. Okay. Interesting. Oh, look at that. The Magician. Page of Wands reversed. Oh, and the Four of Wands reversed. It's like the harem right here of women. Wow, this is nuts. This is a crazy spread, guys. Okay, so with the Ace of Wands in reverse, as I've said before, the Ace of Wands is a very phallic card. In reverse, though, it's showing that, there's a lack of motivation, there's a lack of focus, there's a certain uncertainty in the air. The Wheel of Fortune, though, kind of shows, like the High Priestess brings, your situation is under control. The universe will take care of your needs. It's the give and take, the wheel of karma, that it represents your destiny or luck or abundance. And that, I think, is this Six of Swords represents like you're leaving what's familiar to you. Like your destiny is to leave what's familiar to you and go to this new unknown place. It's a transitional card, and that ties in with the Death card. Change. There's a major change here, and I believe this is the change in John Lennon's lifestyle. She was a handler. Look, the Magician and the High Priestess came on the board, guys. She was a designated handler, or a pawn even, to create order for this man who is just lost. This man who has no focus, no motivation. You have the Magician here kicking your ass and telling you, he's number one. This is the card of pure willpower. So it's like, get on with it. This needs to change. I'm here to give you the tools to change. Because he does. He has all the tools. And if you get this, it's kind of like a pentacle, the way they have it set up. You have the spirit. And yeah, it's amazing. The fire and the earth and the air and the water. And then the soul makes the pentacle. Yes. And the Page of Wands reverse shows, that there is a sort of block in this transition. There's some sort of obstacle, and it has to do with the karma, like the wheel of karma, the destiny. There's something, there's like a blocked message here. That's what I see the Page of Wands reversed as. It's like a block in a message of some sort, a message of transition. It's time to start something new, but you can't. The Magician is here to give you the tools, but you feel lonely. You feel isolated with the Four of Wands. You're not part of the party. When it's upright, it's like I said, it's like a bevy of beautiful women, and you're partying with all those women, but in reverse, not so much. This is a change in lifestyle too. Like, you're no longer going out, you're no longer the partier, because you have the tools you need. Wow. Okay, guys. I mean, this does scream. She was his handler. She was there to keep him in line, like the memoir says. Wow. Judgment. Again, reversed. It's bad decisions. You're making bad judgment calls for your life. Five of Pentacles is the poverty card. Interesting. It's like the desolation card as a result of bad choices. Interesting. Ooh, the Emperor in reverse under a lot of major arcana. Ooh, and then we have the King of Cups. Okay, so interesting. Yeah. These are very interesting. If there are any card readers out there, let me know what your thoughts are on these cards, because it's very interesting. It's like, yeah, when it's in reverse, this shows that you have no judgment. Like, you're acting on impulse and you are making bad choices for your life. The Five of Pentacles is like, you're desolate, you're down on your luck, you're, in poverty, basically. And, it's looking for help, looking for charity. The Six of Pentacles is the charity card. That's the next step to get out of this area of poverty. So maybe that shows that he made bad choices to get out of poverty. I don't know. The Emperor in reverse is very interesting. These male archetypes coming up. The Magician, the Emperor. We have the King of Cups. Emperor in reverse just shows somebody, a man, who is just a tyrant. He is a total dick and cannot be trusted. When he's upright, he's a wise, stable, successful man. In reverse, he is just, his bad judgments have caused him pain. King of Cups, though, is very, very odd. A very odd connection, because the King of Cups is like a guy who's totally in check with his emotional state. He is good to go. He's happy. He knows, that there's love and there's happiness and there's also disappointment and sadness in the human experience. And he's got that down to a T. He's holding his one cup. He holds the cup. He's in charge. And that kind of goes to the willpower of the Magician too. Manifesting your dreams through his tools that he brings you for. He's the master. The King of Cups is a master. The Emperor is a master, but not when he's in reverse. So this is very interesting. This is a very interesting chair. I'm not so sure how it connects with Yoko and John, but last card. The Lovers reversed. Okay. This just shows it, you guys. They were not a love, like, they were not, I mean, maybe at first they were, you know, lovey-dovey and things like went really quickly. Things moved really fast. That happens when you're in a dynamic with somebody who may be like a narcissist, somebody who wants to gain that control over you right away. And they do it by any means necessary because their plans are to establish order and give you the tools to live a good life. But there is no love involved. There's no, you know, there's shame involved in this too because it's, you know, in reverse. Upright, the lovers are usually, you know, naked, and that represents truth and that they're not ashamed to be naked in front of each other. Reverse shows separation of that bond. It shows deceit because it's inverted and it's not good. It shows a fractured bond between two people. Wow. You guys, the cards, you know, the cards are saying straight up that yes, Yoko Ono, I asked, who was she to John Lennon? Well, she was his high priestess, right? She sucked him in and got him, you know, to change his lifestyle. She controlled him. She controlled his diet. She controlled his drug intake. He, you know, smoking weed, whatever. If she didn't want him doing something, there was no doing it at all. So she had full control over him and could just manifest and do things by her willpower, her will. And she has, you know, she's achieved success from it because she has kind of bounced and preyed on his anxieties and his insecurities and low self-esteem. Bam. Yes, Yoko was a handler. She was sent with a purpose to control John. That's what the cards say. I don't know. This is all allegedly. But it's very interesting to think about. All right, guys, I am done. Thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to the next tarot reading that I'm going to be doing probably in the next week or so. I've got a real nail biter in store for the next tarot reading. So just got to wait to feel compelled to do it. But tonight, Yoko had the stage, and we got answers again. Thank you. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye, guys.
But though they may be parted, there is still a chance, Bill, that they will see.